Alright, welcome back, guys. Welcome back of another episode of Taking Profits Tuesdays with VonnieFX, and this is Lee Vaughn Stewart. Alright, so again, as you guys already know, this is another episode of a raw, unedited, no music breakdown of the market. Right, so we've to be honest, we've been having a very interesting week. Nonetheless, it has been profitable for a lot of us, some not. But either way, from the right side, you are in profit. So, I do want to cover a couple things today, but before anything, make sure you like the video, comment, subscribe, hit the noti bell. I'm gonna try some more descriptions, to stuff for the Cash App and what have you. But if you haven't already, follow the Lee Reacts channel. There you can find all the more interesting, entertaining content. But on this side, we're making money on this side. This side we work, we grind, we plan ahead, and we're investors because that's where we make most of our money investing. Not just invest in the market, but invest in ourselves. All right. So, um, let's look at the DXY. So from last time we spoke, this was a retest point which it kind of caught up to and continued to go up. We're still right in the ascending channel, right, from last week that we talked about. So on the weekly. So again, what we kind of want to just keep our eyes out on the $100 or the 97, around this range right here, where you see a line is, because that's a lot of accumulation. And to be honest, in the times of war right now with the Ukraine, a lot of uncertainty. We don't know if it's gonna drop. We don't know if it's gonna go up. We don't know. We're not entirely sure. But right now, as far as the rates and the war going on, the value of the dollar is still going up. All right. So that has to say something that we are playing a key role in this whole economic sphere, on top of the the cutback, interest rate cutback. So we can't expect them to continue to cut rates like they promised. So when the next Fed meeting, which I believe is in March, which is, well, sorry, today is the 1st of March. They're probably gonna speak about how they're gonna increase more rates over time and through the summer. So then next, let's look at S&P. Let's see how we're doing on that side. And I believe last time we spoke, um, we kind of brought it to a hypothetical of how important it was for us to really get into these kind of chart patterns, how the market kind of plays out, and it does. So last week, I believe we said, all right, guys, we're gonna try to jump in right here because this is where this huge sell-off was, because of the anticipation, the uncertainty of the war happened. It dipped down. It got really bought up. Again, if you watch my previous videos, it's not always gonna be perfect, but it is gonna still complete the pattern, right? So right now we're in a kind of a accumulation phase where, even though we kind of did a huge breakout and it's gonna accumulate around where support is, may continue to go up, it may not. If not, it might continue to go down. If you're shorter now, and like, again, take into consideration that we just value the US dollar and that continues to going up right now, yeah, the reason why it could possibly in a short selling phase or in a bearish phase, because a lot of people are there liquidating their market. They're selling their positions. And other news going on, of course. But you can't solely say, okay, the war is gonna cause it to crash back to where it was year ago, back when COVID happened. It might not. When COVID happened, actually, let's see how far that took the market back. Because to be honest, these are not that major of dips. COVID took back into the recession, right? So that's 2 years back. If we drop, we would have to go back, what, 2 years back to COVID. That's a big drop. It's a very big drop. Oh no, I'm lying. 2018. I lied, guys. Always back here. It didn't even drop us back to the '08 recession. Barely even made it. See, all that gap. So, just in hindsight, guys, we're a very strong economy, right? We're, I think, the second superpower, so next to London and China, and those two countries have exchanges there too. And I think there's another one, Aussie, and other exchanges, but we're the big ones, right? We're doing a lot of exporting more than any other country, and take into consideration that the U.S. force is even jumping in as well. If you don't know what that means, that's actually a good thing. Cause why? We gotta buy arms, we gotta buy guns, we gotta buy fuel. This, down the third. So what is that gonna cause? Companies reinvesting into the economy, right? Simple as that. Um, let's look at the foreign exchange. Let's go back to forex. So, let's see. I had a position that hit take profit. I don't know if I told you guys about this position. Not entirely sure, but because of the war, like I said, the value of the dollar increased, shot up, and hit take profit. Right now, I'm still kind of waiting. Not entirely sure what I'm gonna do. Like again, I said, guys, I'm a swing trader. I like to take my time. I don't like to rush. Because again, the market, it's always gonna have multiple opportunities to play itself out. Right? Okay, Wi-Fi stops working. Okay. Oh, there we go. Let's go back to this. The 4 hour Euro USD. And right now it's kind of it's not really doing anything. Let me change the color of this paint. Go white. Yeah, it's really not doing anything, to be honest. And that's what's kind of bothering me. Cause look, that's not really a pattern. So again, it's kind of again what we call accumulation. So it's either two things are gonna happen. It's either gonna move sideways a little bit, or it's gonna come up and retest. And like I said, I do believe the dollar's gonna continue to go up because again the U.S. economies. But again, me being the trader I am gonna be patient. I am gonna be patient, and that's how you play long term. We don't pay for the short term. Um. So what time we got? All right, we're at 9 minute mark. All right, so I'm not making these videos long, not too short. Just want to give you guys some info, but I do want to talk about another news event that happened this week. So stock market. So let's have this, and shouts to Yahoo Finance for giving me the source in the article. Shouts to Alexandra Semenova, reporter. Just came out today. So it says stock market news update. Stock plunge as Russia ramps up attacks on Ukraine. Right, and as you can see, one of the biggest factors was that oil prices raised and Ukraine tension, right? And this was like the big dip back in the COVID. Took a out. Yeah, no one was really leaving, so gas was really cheap. They're really trying to get those reserves out. And then you see a big jump right here, which we'll go back in the charts in a second. All right, so really quick, I'm just gonna read this. Nope. It's not playing with me. The worsening crisis in Ukraine has raised bets geopolitical uncertainty and could knock Federal Reserve off course for an aggressive first bump in interest rates. Investors have begun pricing in zero chance of a basis of 50 points rate hike in March, and minuscule chance of no increase at all. Sky high inflation prints month over month have previously evaluated concerns among market participants that central banks officials will raise short-term borrowing costs more aggressively than expected to um, mitigate increasing pricing, even stoking the possibility of double interest rate hike of 50 basis points in mid-March. But what admittedly, I can't speak. But this would, with ambiguity over how Russian Ukraine turmoil will pan out and potential economic disruption. Fed watchers now anticipate the central bank may trend lightly on the interest rate. Yeah, they're gonna definitely jump up the interest rate. And again, to wrap things up, guys, I just want to show you the chart for oil, just to put things in perspective. And as you can see, we got a big jump on oil, right? And let's measure that actually. That's $14 increase. So tomorrow, guys, maybe after you see this video, that gas that you bought for almost $4, it's gonna be $5. Alright, guys. I'll see you next video. Peace.